Hey guys, my name is Chidima Olo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my decision process, how I decided to, become a pre-reg. Okay, for clarity's sake, a pre-registration or pre-reg for short optometrist is in the UK is someone who is licensed to practice in their own country but wants to practice in the UK, right? And I want to practice as an optometrist in the UK. So that process, you are going to be called a pre-reg, right? It's more like pre-registration, like before you become registered and before you become a fully registered optometrist in the UK. So that's what it is. Okay, how did I decide to go into this process? How did I? First of all, I'm going to be very honest, I didn't know about this. I didn't even know that this was possible. I didn't know that I could do it. And I just wasn't aware. So what happened? I'm an actor as well. And at some point in my life, like earlier, when I was much younger, I used to always imagine, I had this expectation that by now I should have been, at a certain place in my career as an actor. I had optometry and I had acting on the other hand. So it was always like a clash between the two of them. I do have passion for both. Basically, I do feel like I've had passion for acting for such a long time, like since I was a kid. And optometry came in because I studied it in university. And so I just wanted to do them both. Acting, I've always loved it from childhood. Optometry came, of course, I had sacrificed the whole of optometry, 6 years, right? So I was just basically torn between the two. I think that's a story for another day. But yeah, I'm talking about this because it's linked to why and how I decided to start working towards practicing in the UK. So one day I thought to myself, I'm just not there yet as an actor, and I didn't want to also waste my time. I love acting, and I love acting as well. But basically, it got to a particular day. Just one day, I remember very fresh in my head. I felt really bad, about the whole thing, and I also really wanted to make it. I had to make a very solid decision about what I wanted to do, because I can't keep chasing both of them. It really tore my attention, divided my attention, and how when you have divided attention, you just can't really focus properly. You're going to be half and half, and I really didn't want that. I thought about it as an actor. Also, that was one thing. Secondly, I knew that to chase my dreams as an actor, my passion as an actor, I needed money. I couldn't afford to go for auditions in different states like Lagos, back to back. And I mean, how much was I actually going to earn that would keep me sustained, pay my rent, put food on my table, buy me things that I actually really needed. So basically, I really thought about them, and it made me feel bad because I was like, I can't keep going on like this. And that's why optometry came into the picture. I was like, okay, since I actually really know this very well, I mean, I do know how to do the two of them very well, but optometry is more like a really straightforward thing where, okay, yeah, I'm done. You have everything it takes to actually get a job and work and earn a living, right? So I just like decided to myself, like, I have to do this. Like, I just have to pick one right now and keep chasing while I still keep on praying and hoping that God would just, like, you know, align these things. That's what I believe. If God gives you a talent, He's going to always provide an opportunity for you to show it, right? So I had to make a decision. I did pray about it. Yeah, I did pray about it. But right before that, I knew that I said to myself, even if I'm going to do optometry, I wouldn't want to do it in Nigeria. Like, I just would want to go further and really, really like get the full experience of an optometrist. I mean, unlike here in Nigeria, I'm not saying Nigeria is like good as well, right? Everyone does well, you know, but for me, I just really wanted to just get that variety and basically just really practice full time on every level. Basically, I don't know if I'm really communicating that right. So I knew that I wasn't going to do it here in Nigeria. I just had a burning desire that not to do it here in Nigeria. I just really didn't want to do it here. So I didn't know what to do next. I just felt, you know what, I'm just tired of this whole thing. Let me just travel. Like, let me just travel out. I can't do this anymore. See me now. I can't do this anymore. Okay, so yeah, but really that was how I felt. That was really how I felt. And as at that time, I still didn't know that there was something like, an opportunity to become licensed to practice, in the country. I knew that, yeah, it was possible to actually walk outside the country, but I just always had this mentality that, it's going to be really difficult, or I just don't know. But I always had this, I don't know what kind of limitation in my head, but I always felt like it's something far-fetched, basically. So what I did was I decided to go in for masters. Not like I really wanted to do it at the moment. All I just wanted was something that would give me money. Like, I just wanted to make money, right? I just wanted to make money, and I knew that masters was actually going to take money out of me. But I just still went in. I just still started the process because I felt like that's probably my only sure bet to just travel out, things like that. So I started applying for, masters, but in Canada at first. And doing all that process, my mind was just not at rest. I felt like there was something, like I just didn't have so much peace in my heart when I kept doing that. I knew there was something up. So a friend told me, yeah, you can apply for a job in Nigeria, that kind of thing. And I was like, really? Okay, let me go and just try. Let me just go and try. I went on, so she sent me websites, to apply for jobs, optometry jobs. She sent me NHS, she sent me Boots, So I just went on straight up, so optometry. I saw so many vacancies, to apply as an optometrist. And I did. Actually went, I clicked on it, and I went down to the requirements to know, okay, what do I have to do to just work as an optometrist in UK, because she stays in the UK. And I saw you must be GOC licensed. GOC means General Optical Council. It's more like Board of Optometry in UK. So they said you must have GOC, your GOC license. I was like, what's GOC? As at that time, I didn't know. I was like, what's GOC? I left that one. I went to another one. Like, when I saw you must have GOC. So for all the optometry jobs I went to, I saw GOC. I was like, what's this GOC? So I went on Google, I checked GOC in optometry, because GOC could mean anything, right? So I saw the full meaning, General Optical Council. I was like, okay, what do I have to do to get GOC license? They carried me to the website, to the GOC website, and I saw, the college and basically lots of information. So I started reading it. I started reading. And then I came down, I saw a spot for international. I clicked on it, and it was making sense. I was reading, it was just talking about, if you want to get your GOC license, practice and all that as an international, optometrist, basically. So I kept reading, and I got to a place where they said, oh, if you want to, I can't remember how it was stated, but it meant like if you want to like practice, if you want to go ahead with that, click on this. So I clicked on it, and it opened me up to a certain form I had to fill, about my practice. I did these things very reluctantly. Like, I was like, let me even see the end to this thing. Let me even just see where this thing will lead me to. Do you get? I just answer the questions. There were like questions about your practice, how long you've practiced, and all that stuff. The things that you have done. So basically, I filled them all, and it was questions to check your eligibility to practice. And after I had answered those questions, boom, they sent me a mail. Right? So I submitted it, and they sent me a mail, and the mail included everything, like all the requirements, everything that I needed to get, the stages I needed to cross before I can now come over to the UK to practice. And you would just have to do this exam, and the next thing, you are an optometrist in the UK, and you just get a job and you start earning your money. And I was like, yes, this is it. This is what I want to do. Like, I don't want to go and study. The one I've already studied, what did I do with it? Like, I've not earned money from the one I've already studied. Like, you want me to go do masters? I'm not saying masters is bad. Yeah, I may have to do masters much later, but the end point, what is most important to me right now is making money. I need to have money. Like, you know what? Right? Because you know how you just finish up with school and your parents, everybody's looking at you. Oh, she's a doctor. She's that. And doctor don't get shishi. I'm like, please, if you just leave me alone right now. So basically, that was what really happened. And I saw all the different stages. I saw the things you needed to get, your certifications, your documents, basically, your, what do they call that again? Degree, certificate, your IELTS, just all those different things. And I was like, okay, it looks like something I can do. Right? And I was like, okay, let me just start. Let me just go and get these things, and let's do it. If this is it, they've showed me step by step what is going to be, the cost, what's going to take. Let me just do it, right? So that's how I started. And look at me right now. Look at me right now. It's just so unbelievable that I went from being so clueless to being so confused, and then now it's like, yeah, the pieces are really, forming together, and they're really coming out to become something really great. And I'm not also going to exclude the fact that I prayed. I really prayed. I was so confused. I got to that point where I wasn't too sure. Like, I really wanted this. I was like, God, you gave me this passion for acting. You kind of just abandoned me. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? I really don't have the money to chase this thing right now. And, so I prayed. That was when I actually had, started this thing. But along the line, I got hooked. My IELTS, So I was just wondering, is this what God wants and all that? I mean, this is a story for another day because I don't want to keep talking. There's a whole lot I want to talk about. There's a whole lot I'm actually going to talk about. But I just want to divide it. And right now, I'm just talking about how I decided to get on with this pre-registration, and I'm going to also come back. I mean, trust me, look, I got you. I'm going to tell you the step-by-step process, everything that I did, how I went through it, you know, so you just know. And I'm going to just like keep showing you, you know, every step so you know what it was for me. So basically, yeah, I mean, I really prayed about it, and as at the time that I got to that point where I was like, I should continue, I should just not leave this thing. Like, you know how 1 minute you're very certain about what you want to do, and the next minute you have no clue about the next step to take. That's how I felt. But then I'm really grateful for this experience. I'm grateful for where I am right now, and I'm very much dedicated to, you know, helping anyone that really wants to go through the same process and probably really wants to have a detailed idea about how it is, you know, what it's like, right? Yeah, I got you. I got you. So right now, this is it, and I'm going to also do another video to talk about the whole process. That's why I'm going to also mention all the documents that I had to bring together. I submitted, how long it took me, and yeah. So if you do have any questions for me, please do let me know, okay? I'll be very, very, very pleased and glad to help in the very best way that I can, right? And yeah, so see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.